Not going to beg to come along this time?
Nope. I'm happy here. And this isn't Kefalonia. That means you'll be back.
That's very true.
Plus, I really like working for Aspasia. She says she has a mission for me.
I'll see you soon, Phoebe.
Bye, Alexios!
Apollo himself should smite your precious Hippocrates.
But priestess, Hippocrates does respect Apollo.
What an outrageous claim. Your words are daggers thrust into the heart of our faith. Look, you insignificant peon. Tell me where he is, or by Ira, I'll burn this clinic to the ground with you in it.
I already told you what I know.
I don't ask much. Hippocrates must show humility to ensure public order. Prostrate himself before the gods and declare that his skills are God's given.
But that won't help his patients. It'll just take him away from his work.
If Hippocrates thinks he can disrupt social order to make himself into a demigod of healing, well, perhaps the gods themselves will have their revenge.
I'm sure there's no need for raised voices.
Who are you?
I'm looking for a man named Hippocrates.
Yet another crazed follower of the madman himself. Tell your impious master that unless he makes a public apology, and soon, this priestess of Ira will gather an army of faithful and shut him down. Out of my way!
Oh, thank all the gods she's gone. I thought she was going to kill me this time.
What's going on?
I am Sostratos. Chrysis has accused my master Hippocrates of impiety.
Is he impious?
He believes that beyond praying, people can take their health into their own hands and make themselves well.
Fascinating. Can I speak with him?
I'm sorry, he isn't here.
I need to meet Hippocrates. Is he in Argolis at least?
Yes, but he's gone southeast of Hera's watch to help the sick and injured.
Is this his workshop?
It's Hippocrates' clinic. Here we study healing, offer treatments, and provide care to anyone who asks.
Why not work with the priests in the sanctuary of Asclepios? It's what this region is known for, right?
The priests try their best, but their methods are stuck in the past. Hippocrates is researching new cures and treatments.
I'll find him.
If you're going to meet Hippocrates, could I trouble you with a small errand?
Depends what it is.
I want you to bring him some equipment. He was in such a hurry, he left it behind.
What kind of equipment?
Just medical necessities. Knives and gut for sutures, bandages. Oh, and an enema bag for clearing the bowels.
That had better be properly wrapped. I could bring that to Hippocrates.
Really?
I'll be sure he gets the equipment.
You have my thanks.
How will I know when I found Hippocrates?
Follow the road southeast of Hera's watch to the cave of Pan. He won't have set up far from it. Look for a long line of sick people. He's balding, but I wouldn't mention that if I were you.
So, what has caused this man's condition?
An excess of phlegm, Doctor.
In the immediate sense, yes. But more importantly, he suffers from neglect.
Neglect?
Good food, warm clothing, so much could have helped. But since other caretakers assumed his condition was a punishment from the gods, they neglected him.
Challenging tradition. Huh. You must be Hippocrates.
Yes, I'm also very busy.
This will only take a moment. I won't keep you away from your patients. And your students?
Observation, experience, and experimentation are crucial for treatment. My followers are learning that.
I've come from your clinic in Argos. Sostratos asked me to give you this.
I knew I forgot some things. Sostratos is a good physician, but a better apprentice there is none. Did you ask him to pay you for this delivery?
No. I knew this would help you and your patients. That's good enough for me.
Quite admirable. What did you say your name was?
Alexios of Sparta.
Well met, Alexios of Sparta. What do you need?
I've been searching for a Spartan woman.
What makes you think I would know her?
I was told you may have helped her a long time ago.
Maybe the priests at the sanctuary of Asclepios can help. They keep detailed records of all who pass through.
Please, Hippocrates, I came very far to meet you.
As did this patient, and the one before him, and the one before her. My patients need me, but my notes on diseases of the mind were taken. Retrieve them, and I will help you find what you seek. Hurry, this patient doesn't have much time left.
Where should I look for your notes?
Fort Tyrins, not far from here. Perhaps they'll return them if you ask.
Or they could prepare for a new battle. With me.
Far be it for me to tell Amistios how to work, but please, for my sake, do not kill needlessly. Enough blood has been shed in this war.
Did Chrysis take your notes?
Ah, you've met the priestess. No, not her, but the local military commander. I can't fault his desperation. Those men suffered terribly from battle fatigue.
She would have come here a long time ago, with an injured baby. Are you sure she would have passed through the sanctuary of Asclepios?
I was a young man then. When I encountered a situation beyond my skills, I would send the patient to the sanctuary.
And these priests keep records of their patients.
Yes, engraved in stone. The elder priest might remember.
What was so interesting about these notes?
They were my notes about diseases of the mind, including what the priests call the sacred disease. That's what this patient has. He's losing control of his limbs and throat, sometimes frothing at the mouth. I fear his breathing will stop next.
I'll do my best with what you've told me.
Good luck. We're depending on you.
Please help our daughter! Same sickness as the rest. This is very troubling. May Asclepios spare her from suffering.
Will she live?
Not unless the gods heed our prayers. Many sick Athenians have arrived in Argolis recently, and very few have left. This poor girl has the same sickness.
I'm looking for information about the Spartan woman who came through here.
I was warned about an eagle bearer. A ruthless killer, he was called.
Do you think it's wise to deny this ruthless killer the information he desires?
Healing the sick is my path. Help me get the attention of the gods, and I tell you what I can.
What are you asking, exactly?
Her illness seems to have no cure, and it's spreading. Our sacrifices have done little to draw the attention of the gods. Pigs, goats, all have fallen on deaf ears. We need a beast whose blood will ignite these flames for Asclepios to see.
What did you have in mind?
There is a rumor of a bull with skin as white as snow roaming the sanctuary outskirts. Head west of here, towards the coast. Bring it to me alive, and we'll offer a sacrifice the gods cannot ignore.
The outskirts are vast. Can you be more specific about the location of the bull?
Last I heard, it was grazing on Mount Coryphum, near the Assini ruins.
If you're just going to slit its throat, why do you need the bull alive?
But we're not just going to slit its throat. First, we pour water on its head. If it nods, we may proceed. Gods, mortals, and animals, all must be willing participants in a sacrifice, or it is impure. To save this many people, we will need the beast's blood, bones, and fat.
Tell me about Chrysis. She has everyone terrified.
We taught her everything we knew about healing, about the gods. Then she found new teachers, people in masks. They changed her, turned her heart black. They became her gods.
I'll find this bull for you. Doesn't look like he died willingly. I'll take his heart for the sacrifice. It'll have to do. Not the best feeling. I hope this heart is enough. If they want the whole bull, they can come get it themselves.
Please help our daughter.
Did you find the white bull?
I couldn't bring it back alive. But I did manage to collect its heart.
This won't be enough to please Asclepios. The beast died unwillingly, and with just the heart, we'll only be able to pray for one life.
Please, Mythios. The white bull you killed was mine. My farm feeds half of our lease. If I die, people will starve.
I beg you! My husband was killed by the sickness. I have 2 small children. Who will take care of them if I die? I am wealthy and will pay you for this blessing.
It's okay. Give the sacrifice to them.
You did this. You choose whose prayers get heard by the gods.
I know what it's like to be small and forsaken. Pray for the girl.
You'll regret this.
Not an easy choice, Mystios, but it's been made. The rest is in the hands of the gods.
I did my part, priest.
The Spartan woman you're after.
You've met her?
Her visit to the sanctuary is legendary, but sadly, it was before my time. The man you want is Midon, the elder priest. He spoke of her often. That is, before he cut out his tongue.
Cut out his tongue?
When he's not healing the sick, he's in the guest house. Spends a lot of time being tended to by the servants.
Thank you. I won't forget you helped me.
And these people won't forget you helped them.
Guards!
They're dead. And you must be Midon.
He doesn't speak.
So I've heard. I'm here to find out why.
Chrysis did this to him.
Aha! I thought he did this to himself.
To prove his loyalty to her.
Now, why would Chrysis want an elder priest to cut out his tongue?
Midon is a caring, generous man.
I want answers from him, not you. Tell me about the Spartan woman and her baby.
He can only answer yes or no.
The Spartan woman. Was her name Merini? They said she had a baby with her. Was it hers?
The baby was close to death when they arrived. Midon prayed for its life.
You saved the child. No?
He did everything he could, but the baby was badly wounded.
Did she tell you where she was going? Do all sanctuary priests take their servants to bed?
I am not his servant. We share a sacred bond.
Sacred? Right. I know why Chrysis made you cut out your tongue. The night my mother brought my sister here, you and your priests left her for dead. And Chrysis didn't like you telling the story.
That's not what happened!
What do you know? You're too young to have been there.
He told me the story many times before that witch stole his voice. He tried to save the baby, did everything he could.
I don't believe you. Dead. How can my baby be dead?
I don't know what to tell you. You were lucky she survived as long as she did. That fall was devastating.
My baby! My baby!
Listen, there's nothing we can do for you anymore. You'd best be on your way. Ray is here.
They're gone. They're both gone.
He wept for that Spartan woman so far from home. Her baby barely recognizable, hardly breathing.
Tell me, please. I need to know.
Not even Apollo could save the child. Medon told me how the Spartan woman wept, held the baby in her arms, sang to her, before finally leading her to the gods.
Chrysis took the baby, didn't she? And she made you cut out your tongue to hide the truth. Where is Chrysis? I see. Chrysis possesses every tongue around here. I'll find her on my own then, and cut out a lot more. Hippocrates' notes are well guarded. Why?
What are you doing here?
Hippocrates sent me. Your commander stole his notes, and I think you have them.
The ones written by the great Hippocrates himself. I'm sorry. They were burned in the last attack.
What?
You heard me. The medical tent was burned. At least I memorized the notes before we lost them. I'll transcribe them when I have time, or when the war subsides.
Then, you'll have to come with me. A patient Hippocrates is treating will die without your help.
I have a patient right here who needs my help.
Can't someone else take care of this one?
I'm the only doctor here. Now let me work.
There isn't enough time. I need you at Hippocrates' camp. Now. Maybe the punch was a bit hasty, but I couldn't wait forever. Neither could Hippocrates. How's the patient, Hippocrates?
I couldn't remember the proper steps for treatment, and you were gone so long.
Where am I? What's going on?
My friend here, Alexios, brought you to help me with a patient, Dimas.
I went to see the priests first. I had to find out about my mother.
A worthy pursuit, though it cost this man his life. The payment we should seek is the preservation of life. A good doctor puts the needs of his patients first.
I have learned a lesson today. I will take some time and write down what I remember of your notes, Hippocrates.
Hippocrates, I'm sorry the patient died. But I still need to know what happened to my mother.
Come with me. We should talk.
The importance of diet to maintaining one's health cannot be overstated.
What good can one apple really do?
Well, taken daily, they can keep the doctor away. But to more serious matters. I know why you're here. You're looking for your mother.
You remember her?
I was young then. I didn't know how to help. I turned her away. But her look of determination and despair was burned into my mind. It has never left me, and it never will. After, I swore to Apollo that I wouldn't turn away another patient, that I'd dedicate my life to the cause. She made an impression on me. Your brave mother did.
She would be happy to know that.
I know something that may help you find her. I swore I would never tell anyone about Dolops and his past, but I owe this to your mother.
Who's Dolops?
He was a priest who dedicated his life to helping orphans. It's possible he remembers that night long ago. Maybe he would know something about your mother and her child.
I'll go see this man. Thank you, Hippocrates.
Forgive me, Mystios. There are many who still need my help.
Go away! Calm down. Hippocrates sent me.
The great doctor is concerned for my health?
Yes. And we need some information.
Tell him... someone tried to kill me.
Kill you? He said you worked with orphans. That's why I'm here.
That was long ago. Now I'm just a farmer.
And I'm Amistios. If I stop this killer, will you speak with me?
I will.
Tell me what happened.
I was on my way home when a man dressed in black attacked me. I ran as fast as I could. Once I reached safety, I thought I heard wolves. Maybe they scared him away.
Are you hurt?
No. Thank Ira.
Why would someone attack you?
My neighbor thinks I'm bad luck. He may be right.
There is a difference between insulting someone and attacking them. What else?
I'm behind on my rent. I think my landlord wants to get rid of me and find a new tenant.
I'll find out who wants you dead.
It was my neighbor or my landlord who attacked me. But you can't punish someone unless you know they're guilty.
I'll be back when I figured it out. Then, we're talking about your past.
Mistios! You scared me.
I have some questions for you. I'll find out.
It was my
I'll be back when I This armor is broken, but it was valuable. If it belonged to the attacker, he's either wealthy or very lucky. Did you see someone attack Dolops?
Yes. It was terrible.
Who did it?
I couldn't see clearly, but I think it was that bull-headed neighbor of his. It must have finally snapped.
Thanks for letting me know. This knife has seen better days. Like something a poor farmer would use. This black cloth is fine enough for a king. Would do well as a mask, too. I'm looking for the person who attacked Dolops.
I saw it happen. His face was covered, but I'm sure it was our landlord. He lives all alone and hires soldiers to protect him. He has to be hiding something.
Thanks for letting me know.
Mistios! You scared me.
I know who did it.
What do you think? Who tried to kill me?
It was your landlord.
Of course. He wants me out of the way.
I'll take care of him.
Be careful. He's dangerous.
Your landlord is dead. He was a lot more than that, though.
He was one of those people, wasn't he? I can't. Please, take this. You might find it useful. You wanted to know something.
Hippocrates said you used to work with orphans.
I did, but Chrysis drove me away.
So she did. Where did you last see her?
In the woods near the sanctuary of Asclepios. But that was many years ago.
Where do you think Chrysis is now?
I can't be sure. But she used to pray at the altar of Apollo Maleatas. That's where she decided which children to train and which to let die.
How did you come to work with Chrysis?
I didn't have a choice. She's my mother.
Chrysis kept you a secret.
My birth brought shame to her. I could never redeem that.
What was Chrysis doing that was so terrible?
She would take the children and teach them terrible things. Turn them into spies and even soldiers. I couldn't take it anymore and left.
At a secret meeting in Delphi, I overheard Chrysis mention a great warrior. Could these children have been part of her plan?
So she did see the Oracle. Oh, yes. Chrysis spoke of building an army with a champion at its head. It must have been for her associates. The masked ones.
You've done your duty to Ira. I'll deal with Chrysis.
Hush, my child. May Ira bless our sacred family.
There's the statue of Apollo. And the altar. Chrysis will find a lot more than a helpless infant waiting for her. A warning. Must be getting close. All you cultists will die here!
Killing seems to run in your bloodline, oh mighty eagle bearer.
Don't you dare speak of my family, snake!
I still remember the night your mother brought me my child. The sad, pathetic thing, crying in the rain. Had I known then that Myrrine had 2 children. But here you are. My family is complete.
You speak of family, yet you send cult puppets to silence your own son. They're dead, by the way.
Dolops ceased being my son when he turned his back on the gods.
You mean turned his back on you?
The baby was destined to be mine. He was too stupid to understand that.
You let my mother believe her baby was dead.
But she was. Oh, how your mother wept when that little heart stopped beating. But then I took care of her, placed her on this very altar, screamed for the gods to spare her life, and they listened.
What did you do with my sister?
I saved her life by teaching her to suffer, to know pain so well that she would learn to welcome it like an old friend. And now she will teach all of the Greek world to know that pain.
You tortured her? She was just a baby!
I taught her to survive. This world is cruel. It demands strength or death. So I gave her strength.
Where did my mother go that night?
That weakling crawled to the hills of Corinth. The Monger was supposed to deliver her back to me, but she can't hide forever. She will give us more children.
I'll run my spear through your throat for the pain you've caused!
This world is pain. I gave Demos strength to cope. Your mother was a weakling who whined to the gods like a pig on an altar. I am more a mother to her child than she will ever be. I can be a mother to you too, Eagle Bearer.
This goes beyond my family. You and your cult are going to destroy the Greek world. You bring nothing but suffering.
You talk of suffering, and yet you come drenched in blood and threaten my life. You are a killer, just like your sister. Here, let me show you.
My child!
This baby is yours?
He was dying. Chrysis had me bring a gift to Ira so that he might be protected.
Chrysis lit the temple on fire, with the boy and me inside.
Chrysis is a servant of Ira. She does what needs to be done.
What needs to be done? She left your baby to burn alive.
And you saved him. Gods bless you, Eagle Bearer.
Sleep now, sweet child. Mater is here.
I'm not sure saving that baby was the right thing to do. Chrysis' reign of terror must end. If what Chrysis said was true, Myrini believes my sister died long ago. I can't let Chrysis walk free. Kill that Malakas!
Welcome back! There's a message for you on the board. One of the cultists is there, Alexios. His name is Potharkis.
You reading my messages, Varnavas?
I may have taken a peek.
You've discovered something, Alexios. The cult, Herodotus. They're worse than we thought.
Find what you were looking for in Athens?
A few clues, but this won't be easy.
Well, it's a good start. All we can do now is trust the path the gods have laid out for us.
I'm not the only one looking for my mother. The cult that wanted people ousted, they're also on the trail.
Ah, they're no match for you.
Got that right. Alcibiades said the Etera here could help me find my mother. I should look around for Anthusa's whereabouts. Are you Anthusa?
Me? Anthusa? I could be anyone for you, Lamb. I charge less than the Etera. But do I ever know my way around a haybed?
So her name means something to you?
Anthusa? She's been around forever, but I never met her. I know the Etera all work as one, on equal footing. But Anthusa's special. She talks, they listen.
I haven't met any Hetera yet.
Don't believe all you hear. They sell what a lot of us sell in Corinth. But for them, it's not just about the flesh. They're merchants, of a sort. Streetwise. Can talk as nice as they look.
Sounds like a good trade to work in. You don't want to be an Hetera?
Not in my prime anymore, am I, Miss Dios? By the time I study what they did, I'll be serving clients on my deathbed.
If the Hetera aren't here, where are they?
Their swords are too high and mighty to be down here in the dirt with us. You want them, you'll find them up on the hill. The Corinth. By the temple, keeping Aphrodite's worshippers satisfied.
A temple on top of the Corinth. That's what I'm looking for. Who do they think they are? I need to stop them.
Behind you, Mystios!
Here comes some more! Hey, you! I think I saw something.
Who are they? And why were they looking for the Etera?
Yeah! They think this temple is dedicated to them, the brutes.
The thieves are here, and the Etera aren't.
The Etera? They're much wiser than we are. They realized their visitors were all getting robbed on the way in.
There's no avoiding the Monger's men in Corinth.
Who walks around with a name like the Monger?
Don't let him hear you say that.
Last time his name came out of a fool's mouth, the man's tongue was sliced out.
So the Monger is a Corinthian criminal?
Master of the underground markets. He rules with one hand open for money and the other clenched around a weapon.
A drachmi and blood-hungry monster's what he is.
So he's hunting the Hetera. Huh. For money?
Exactly. Since the Hetera bring in so much drachmi, he wants everything they control.
The thieves are better off robbing them than us.
If you know of the Hetera, then you know of Anthusa. I'm looking for her.
They say she's everywhere, though I've never seen her. But the Edera see everything.
I've seen them gather by the spring of Pireni, down the mountain. They meet clients there and then take them elsewhere in secret.
Good. Maybe pray to Aphrodite from home next time.
You taught those thugs a lesson on life.
It shouldn't be long now. No, it won't be, I'm sure of it.
Then they'll help?
Everyone has something they want. My job is to figure out how much they'll give for that something.
Then Corinth will be ours again.
Very soon it will return to its rightful hands.
Ah, so Alexios has finally found us.
You know me?
And you know her. This is Anthusa.
We saw you help the worshippers at the temple of Aphrodite. You've proven yourself a friend.
Hear that, Icaros? Her sight's as good as yours.
Someone also spoke very highly of you.
Surprise!
Phoebe?
Aspasia sent me. I work for her now, remember?
But why here? Corinth isn't safe.
I had to tell Anthusa you were coming. Aspasia taught me a new word, emissary. That's me.
And now Alexios and I have met.
See? This is easy. And now I can help you.
I guess that'll be all right. Who knows what I'll get into.
Yes!
Just make sure you're extra careful.
We need to move inside, Alexios. We're not the only ones watching. Come with me, and we'll talk.
Can I come?
As long as you're quiet.
To what do I owe your visit?
Alcibiades told me about you.
Did he? Go on.
I'm looking for a woman from Sparta. A runaway, long ago. She may have gone by the name of Myrine.
Who's that?
She's my mother.
Your mother? You don't have a mother. Marcos told me he raised you.
What did I tell you about talking?
I see. There will be time to respond to your question, but that time isn't now.
As long as you tell me what you know, sooner or later.
You'll have to trust me. You don't get to where I stand without credibility. My word is yours.
And you can always trust Alexios.
Why don't you go play, Phoebe? Let me and Anthusa talk.
If you say so.
I propose a trade. Help me. Help us get stronger. Strong enough to rid Corinth of the Monger permanently. A simple transaction, I assure you.
As long as you deliver what I'm looking for, we won't have a problem.
Negotiation always involves some compromise, you know.
Compromise I can do, but I won't be cheated.
Then we're in business. Now, you've heard of the Monger?
I heard about him after I killed his men. Seems he's famous in Corinth.
For all the wrong reasons. His knife has shed much Corinthian blood, but that's just the way of commerce. The blood between us is bad.
Then you've held your ground well. You're not dead.
Not yet, anyway. But he's employed enough thugs to amass a small army. Now they're attacking people in the street, us included.
He's been killing Hetera.
Killing? We're smarter than that. But action must be taken before it goes that far. I'm not the only one who needs help. My girls, Damalis and Irina, are suffering too.
More Monger trouble.
I wouldn't doubt it. Work against their aggressors, and then it will be his turn to suffer. You'll find Damalis here at the spring, but Irina has gone to Bellerophon's garden.
What's wrong with Irina?
She's looking for Cleo, another Etera, who's gone missing. I've been too distracted to help in the search.
Has Damalis told you what's wrong?
She hasn't told me much, but I know these girls as well as I know myself. Something's not right.
I'll see what I can do for them.
Good. The Monger feeds his thugs. With the drachmi, he makes smuggling. Weapons, mostly. Which is all the more lucrative now that he has a war to supply.
So, if someone interrupts the Monger's supply, his men go hungry.
Exactly. Go to his warehouse in the port of Lecheo and burn his cargo. All of it. We'll let chaos take care of the rest.
Why rob people who can't put 2 drachmi together if he has a business? It's illegitimate, but gets him rich.
Even the smuggling is a front. He steals slaves, innocents, who shouldn't be harmed, but his thugs can burn.
Seems to me that burning his biggest source of income is asking for trouble.
I want to put the new muscle I've acquired on show. Plus, violence is the only language he understands.
I know many people who speak that language. Then the warehouse will be cinders.
So you're here to help us, Mistios? You don't look like a Monger spy.
I'm more the in-your-face type. You have a Monger problem, Damalis?
I might. One of my regulars has changed. He was a decent man once, but now he's gone bad.
Corinth seems to have a shortage of decent people.
I need someone with muscle to figure out what's behind the change. Why he's different.
He's gotten you scared.
He asks me questions I don't know the answers to about our drachmi. Where we keep money, what Anthusa invests in. As though we're Athenian aristocrats.
Can't Anthusa intervene?
I'm not naive. I won't expose the others to this, so we can go after them next.
He might anyway. Sounds like he needs answers. Who was he before all this?
Obsessive, but never threatening. He didn't stand out in symposiums until he had his drachmi act for him.
Well, something's sure giving him courage now. I'll see what he has to say for himself.
If he's not lurking around here, he'll be at his house. I want this to end today.
It will. People tend to show their true selves to my spear, whether they like it or not.
Alexios, it's me. Alexios.
Good, you found me.
Shh! What are you doing here?
I heard the Mali's talking about her crazy client earlier, and I wanted to help.
Fine, but you have to do as I say. No games.
I know that already, because you never let me have any fun.
I'm going to talk to Damalis' client and see what he has to say.
I've been here, spying, and I heard him mumbling to himself. He's weird. But maybe if I tell you what he said, it could help?
Let's hear it.
Let me think. He said something about having to meet someone at Faye's pig farm tonight. That could help.
It could. Did he mention why?
To get something from them. A deed to some land, I think he said.
Well, that's something. What else?
Oh, he said their name. Vinomenes. Wonder who that is.
Good to know. Thank you, Phoebe the spy.
Not bad, huh?
Time to act. Listen closely. You sneak inside and see what you can find in his house while I distract him.
Quiet like a mouse.
Good. But if you get caught, run. Right out the door. We'll meet afterwards. Promise?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Do I know you?
No. But I know you.
If Miron sent you, tell him I was going to pay him back this very night.
No one sent me. We need to talk. I know you're up to something.
Something? Something could be anything. You have nothing on me.
You're going to Thea's pig farm and meeting some like-minded person there, I hear.
Where did you hear that? You're wrong. Dead wrong.
They owe you a deed to some land. What that land will be used for, I don't know.
A spy? What else do you have on me? Cough it up.
The Nomenis will be quite upset if I don't let you meet him tonight.
How? What do you want?
I know about the Malis, and as her client, you seem to think she owes you something.
I do love her, you know? With my whole heart.
And yet, you're scaring her.
Better me than another more careless man. Either I hurt the Malice or I'm killed.
That's not love. It's weakness.
You say it as though I don't know. He knew that too. That's why he's making me.
Who's making you?
Tell the Mollies I'll stop. That I'm sorry.
Fine. Here, old man. Let's see what we found.
I wonder what this means.
What's this? A coin purse?
His things aren't very nice, though. If he's rich, why have all that junk?
He must have just gotten paid. I've seen that iron poker used before.
He didn't have a furnace. Why does he have this?
It's not used for fire. It's a weapon for torture. I saw someone use it in Phokis. Someone huge.
Huge like the Monger?
Just like the Monger. What does the letter say?
It's mean. It says he'll get hurt if he keeps doing things wrong.
I thought as much.
And it says more. That he needs to bring the Malice to a place here in Corinth. There's directions. What do you think it is?
Don't know, but I'll find out.
Right behind you.
Not this time. Go to the Malice and wait for me there.
Oh, please.
You've done enough for today. It could be dangerous. I'll come find you after.
Fine. Oh, I almost forgot. I got the sword from you from his house.
Wow, you're a good thief. A place to bring the Malice. A prison? I should find out. Got to be careful not to get spotted. This must be the place described in the letter. Anybody home? It's blood. Lots of it. A lock of hair. Smells familiar somehow. Malaga. What is this? Chains. Oil. This can't be what I think it is.
Gotcha! All right, you little shit. Who sent you?
What are you doing here?
I wanted to help.
Give her here.
Leave, Phoebe. Now! Don't take another step.
You're brave coming here. You want a whipping? The Monger would love to take you on.
He'd rot in the underworld for that.
Prude, this is Corinthia. Anything goes in this Sexandron, and the Monger will be satiated.
You're as sick as he is, Worm.
Whether they like it or not, any victim he likes gets his special treatment. I'll tell him you volunteer.
You'll get my special treatment right now. I'll fucking kill you.
Throw your weapon!
Alexios, your little friend beat you back.
You made it.
And fast. I know all the shortcuts now. I'm sorry, Alexios.
It's all right. You had good intentions.
I thought I could sneak in, like before.
I'm glad you didn't, especially with what I found there.
What happened to you?
I just left the Monger's sex andron, if you can believe it. And it's where you were headed.
No.
It's true. Your client was being forced to take you there. And we found these.
What does this mean?
It means the Monger got to him. He does have his hand in everything.
At least I know how to deal with him now that I know what he's after.
He'll leave you alone now. He gave me his word.
So, we really can trust you, can't we?
We're not all so easily blackmailed.
Oh.
Cleo! Cleo! Has anyone seen Cleo?
Let me pass!
By Aphrodite. Cleo better get back here soon.
Why call on the gods when you have one of their messengers at your service?
How did you know I needed help?
Anthusa told me you could use a hand.
Cleo, one of our girls, didn't meet me for prayer this morning. She wasn't at home either. I'd go investigate, but I'm not sure what I could do on my own.
She might have been taken.
I asked around. One of our clients said he saw Cleo brought aboard the ship. The men were armed, so there was nothing he could do. I'd pay a lot of drachmi to get her back.
Armed? Take me to the ship. We'll get Cleo back.
None of us have ever disappeared like this before. Some are worried they'll be taken next. Corinth may have a bad reputation, but it wasn't always that way. We used to be safe.
Until the Monger.
We're not sure why he came here, but Corinth is worse off because of him. There. That's the boat our client described. Please, get her back safely.
Archer! Ready!
Commander, we need to brace, but get out of the way! We've got arrows incoming!
What happened? Where is Cleo?
The ship had to be sunk. I'm sorry.
What do you mean? They had Cleo!
They were too aggressive. They would have sunk me if I didn't sink them first.
How am I going to tell Anthusa? Poor Cleo.
This is the place. Time to burn some cargo. Shit! Got to smother.
like a Spartan. There's resolve in you.
We have that in common.
I saw innocents trapped in the flames.
The ones in the warehouse? I freed them already.
A good soldier acts when he's told. A great one is 2 steps ahead. Thank you.
My name's Alexios. I'd thank you too if I knew who you were.
Brasidas of Sparta. You're a newcomer to Corinth.
You're a spy too.
An old Spartan tactic. I have my ways.
I get the sense that's a Corinthian hobby. Anthusa has her Atera watching from every post.
Ah, Anthusa. We disagree, but have a common enemy.
The Monger.
We agree he should be killed, but we differ on how.
So, Sparta has a Monger problem. What do you know about him?
His weapon has a far reach. Corinth is allied with Sparta. It's our duty to protect them.
Then working alongside Anthusa is your best bet.
If she had her way, the Monger would be flayed in the streets. Sparta wants him dealt with quietly.
What do you want to do with him?
Right now, the Monger rules Corinth. I want to replace him with minimal bloodshed.
He'll only be dethroned if he's killed. It's simple.
Yes. Diplomacy isn't something he understands.
From what I hear, I'm not surprised.
We arrested his top men, armed the citizens, tried to stir the police against him. It never came to be. The only thing left to try is a quick slice of the blade.
That would do it.
We'd lure him into Corinthia's sacred cave, and it'd be over.
By the time I leave Corinthia, the Monger will be dead.
Do that, and Sparta will be in your debt.
I was Spartan once.
Once?
Until I was thrown off Mount Taygetos as a child and left for dead.
You're the son of General Nikolaos? All of Sparta knows your name. And here you are, alive. Impossible.
I survived. I raised myself alone while life continued in Sparta.
Never mind being a Spartan. Those of good character will forgive and should be forgiven.
I'm on the hunt for my mother, Merini. And the only way is through Anthusa.
Yes, Merini.
You knew Nikolaos.
A good general, but a stubborn Spartan.
And rewarded for his loyalty.
But he disappeared, and his body was never found. The state pronounced him dead.
That's all right. I haven't seen him since I was a child. You don't know anything about Merini, do you?
I know that no one should have to endure such tragedy alone. And I heard she left Sparta that night. No one has forgotten Merini.
From what I know, she wanted them to forget. There's no going back now.
The displaced can always find their way home. The gods have just decided you must fight for it.
They couldn't make it any easier.
Chin up, Spartan. Easy doesn't exist.
Goodbye, Brasidas.
We'll meet again. I'm in the fight with you. Show courage.
Your plan seemed to work. The Monger's thugs
I
ambushed
heard.
me.
I also heard you had no problems dealing with them.
It wasn't my first fight in Corinth.
Or your last. We're going to take the Monger to task at the theater. I've arranged a Corinthian drama no one will forget.
Brasidas is worried about the anarchy that could follow the Monger's death. He wants him dead, but wants it done quietly.
That man is a long way from Sparta. This is Corinthia, so we'll do it the Corinthian way.
I'm with you. We'll put on a show.
Meet me and my girls there. The public has no idea what spectacle they're about to witness.
You wanted the fucking show?
I wanted you to see the face of every person you've wronged.
I'll cover their faces with that precious blood of yours. Just like I should have done with Mirini.
You'll never rule these streets, you pig!
Oh, you bet your pretty face I will.
Get your filthy hands!
And when I do, I'll rip your fucking head right off and send it to the cult as proof.
You knew my mother?
She was big fucking trouble, but I'll pay her back. When I'm done with you, I'm gonna find your mother and bring her your fucking head!
Not if I bring her yours first.
They won't have much to say after I smash your brains all over the stage. Get the fuck off my streets!
They're not yours anymore.
Get the fuck off my streets!
People of Corinth, behold the weasel that steals your bread, the scourge that spoils your crops.
You've waited long enough to get your hands on him.
The pleasure is all mine.
Feel better?
I have been starving for this.
He deserved all of it.
And you deserve your answers. Come, let's speak in private. I can't give you enough thanks for what you've done. And for once, I can also thank Alcibiades. He sent you here, after all.
There is more to him than meets the eye.
He knew you could save Corinth from that beast.
Everybody benefits, everybody wins.
You've proven to be a very valuable business partner.
Speaking of business, you owe me, Anthusa.
Yes, Mirini. She came and left Corinthia in a flurry, but made an impression on me, like a great storm.
I remember that part of her well.
A strong woman with great intensity. She wanted to find her place here in Corinth, but never found what she was looking for.
You speak of her kindly. You were her friend.
Perhaps on the surface, but she had a great pain in the middle of her that no one could get to.
How did you come to know her?
There was so much rain that night. I saw her, sleeping in the streets, and gave her shelter.
She was a vagrant? I wonder what my father think of that.
I didn't know what happened to her. All she told me was that she'd left the place that tore her apart. Sparta.
Did she find work?
She kept to herself, with one eye always on the port. She could have stayed with us, but I think she was looking for something else.
Was there no mention of her past? A husband, a family?
Nothing. Speaking of Sparta only brought her misery. It's like a part of her was missing.
After Corinth, where did she go?
That? I don't know.
She must have given you some hint.
I don't think even she knew where she was headed. All I know is she won a ship thanks to a lucky dice throw. Tyche owed her that much, at least. I remember the ship's name well. Siren Song.
Siren Song?
It was famous for weathering all that Poseidon threw in its path.
Thank you, Anthusa.
May the gods look well upon you, Alexios. Visit me anytime. I'll catch you up on Corinth's affairs. It seems I have an interesting future ahead of me.
So do I.
Siren's soul. If I can find someone who knows the ship, I'll be one step closer to finding her.
Tomorrow is a new day. Corinth will be reborn.
Gods have mercy!
You want mercy? Those who trade in slaves anywhere on my island will be marked as slaves themselves, then hauled to Attica and fed to the system they tried to profit from. Get this scum out of my sight.
I thought all pirates were slavers.
And you are?
My name is Alexios.
Well, Alexios, we're all thought to be murderers too. So, tell me why I shouldn't kill you right here.
I came to find the great pirate Xenia. That's you, isn't it?
I like the sound of that. But what was your plan once you found me?
I came to offer you a deal.
Sneaking into my city is a strange way to make a first impression.
I needed to speak with you directly. I didn't think your pirates would just let me walk up and knock.
Then speak.
I'm looking for a woman. She left Sparta when I was a child.
I'll need more than that, Alexios.
She has birthmarks on her arm that form the constellation Aquila.
Now, that is something I can work with. Just who exactly is this woman?
She's my mother. I haven't seen her since I was a child.
So, you're on a quest to find your family?
Something like that.
Then your path is not an easy one.
Aspasia's the one who sent me to find you.
Aspasia? Now why would she do that?
She said you might have information that could help me in my search.
You can have anything for the right price.
And what is that price?
One you can afford, I'm sure.
Why do you need so much drachmi?
I have a city to secure and people to protect. I have no interest in going to war. I just want to make sure the war doesn't come to us.
I don't have that kind of drachmi.
I find that surprising, given your profession.
What proof do I have that you'll even find her?
I already know Merini.
How do you know that name?
That's not all I know.
Getting that much drachmi won't be easy.
You have a ship and a crew? That's enough to find work here in Coresia. And there is a stockpile of drachmi held in the fort on the far side of the island.
You want me to steal from your island?
The other locals aren't too happy about us pirates. Their leader has amassed a fortune. If they have no drachmi, they can't do anything stupid. Don't worry. As long as you're working for me, you're one of us.
Trust a pirate to only help for a boatload of drachmi. If I'm going to pay her, I need to find some work on this island.
The mighty not Spartan returns.
I don't have the drachmi yet, but I'll return when I do.
There's no rush on my part. If you need work, check with my people in the city. I'm sure they'd have use for a capable mercenary. The mighty not Spartan returns.
Here, take your Zachmi.
Nothing feels better than a heavy purse filled with coin.
The information I need. How long will it take?
I already have it.
You do?
Your Merini now sails under the name of Finicas. She started as a member of my crew, but we parted ways not too long ago.
I'm leaving soon. Chaos is your home. But this isn't my true calling. My purpose.
You might never find what you're looking for, Finicas.
I can't stop until I do.
You are a great pirate.
And you are an even greater friend. Don't forget me.
Do you know where she is now?
She sailed southeast with her crew in search of a greater calling.
She was part of your crew?
For a time.
Why did she leave?
Much too interested in the politics of war. A waste of a good pirate, if you ask me. I haven't heard from her since she left.
Chaos is a long way from Sparta. How did your paths cross?
On the sea, long ago. In her, I saw a better life. In me, she found freedom. Together, we own the waves.
I can't believe she was a pirate.
She's the kind of woman who, once she sets her mind to something, gets it done.
Thank you.
Home isn't a place. It's the people you're with. If you don't find what you're looking for, there's a place for you here.
Finicas. There have to be people who know that name. I should have enough information now. I should head back to Athens to see Aspasia.
Good luck with your search.